Hello, wrestling fans. Johnny Baba Ganoush, the voice and the host of the Next Generation Pro Wrestling E-Fed that you are about to watch. And this, our second, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to start things off.
A fatal four-way of 465 pounds. And Megan.
Tag team match where the winners will advance on to the next stage, the next round for the NGPW Open World Tag Team Championship. We're going to see those tag team champs later on in our program. Speedball, Mike Bailey, and Maddie Ziegler in a trios tag team match with the Switchblade Jay White going up against the Cleaner. And in my opinion, Mr. Iron Man himself, Kenny Omega, Jumpin' Jay Stevens, and El Virtuoso. That is going to be happening later on. But of course, we also have a scrap steel cage type structure for the main event, which will be a potential barn burner, where we have four of the biggest men in this company. I'm talking about Braun Strowman. You heard me right, the monster among men. Braun Strowman, Cruel, or Mads Kruger. We got Alex Hammerstone, and representing the New World Order, Scott Flash Norton. That will be happening at the tail end of la soirée ou l'après-midi. For now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get ourselves tuned up, geared up for this fatal four-way tag team elimination challenge, pretty much. We've already seen two teams. We've got two more teams left. Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, who have been released from the World Wrestling Entertainment, and now is wrestling for All Elite. But they're also here in NGP. Some of the hottest free agents. And speaking of hot free agents, these brothers in Storm Rider and London Lightning. This past Friday at Fighting Back, our cancer fundraising event in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. These boys are now the new C4 Tag Team Champions. Imagine if these two boys win the NGPW Open World Tag Team titles. You know exactly who these guys are, and you're seeing this correctly.
At a combined weight of 417 pounds, the World Tag Team Champions, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston, the New Day.
Now, just for your information, the New Day are not defending those tag team titles. In fact, the only championship that's up for grabs this evening is not even there is no title. Matter of fact, we have a tables, ladders, and chairs match between Cage Jones and the Starlight Kid, and we have that briefcase that will be hung up above. Should be a very interesting fatal four elimination match. And good afternoon, Retro Canucks Media. Thank you very much for tuning in to the live stream 5 minutes into our program. And this is going to be a very hard match to call, so I'm going to let you fine folks at home check this match out. I will be right back. I'm going to just be in touch with all the people out there in the internet world. Excuse me. Already, ladies and gentlemen, about 5 minutes into this contest, 4.5 stars. And it's a calamity, exactly as expected. And also, ladies and gentlemen, if memory serves me right, you have to eliminate both team members. So if one member is eliminated, the other one can stick around. And right now, looks like, Kofi Kingston's eliminated too. And almost a count of 3. Fans, Xavier Woods was close to elimination. And then to think that these guys are the WWE Tag Team Champions in 2K25. Kofi already gone. Here we go, lateral press, the count, and almost eliminated is Bestia 666. And there's the 5-star rating right there, fans, to kick off NGPW's Fatal Encounter. Nice spiraling Falcon Arrow. And that's it for Chris Sabin. I was surprised. There was a massive stall right there. The referee was out of position, and yet that spiraling Falcon Arrow did Chris Sabin. Northern Thunder and La Rebellion are still in this game. Look at that. Storm Rider stomps on Mecha Wolf. Northern Thunder is still in this intact, but for how long is the question? And there's London returning the favor. That's what makes a tag team so good. Xavier was on the outside floor. Massive disadvantage for he lost a tag team partner to kick it off. But he can still win this match. Theoretically, he can still survive. Brainbuster spiking Xavier Woods thanks to Mecha Wolf. And another near fall. Xavier Woods fighting a battle. Huge release German suplex by then that's Mecha Wolf. I can't tell from here, they almost look the exact same. And now the New Day is officially eliminated. The last time we had a fatal 4-way elimination match was at night 1 of Coastal Clash. Oh my lord! Alex Shelley taking a nasty drive on those old, actually they're not even old, they're not dirty gym mats, they're brand new. Beautiful recovery there by Shelley with an arm drag on Storm Rider. Oh, drop toe hold. Okay, if I can see this correctly. Okay, that's Damien. That's Damien says there's a spiraling Falcon Arrow to No! Unbelievable. That was the same move that eliminated Chris Sabin. Alex Shelley, beautiful. Asai DDT, folding up. Storm Rider only gets the 2. This match continues, people. And that's Mecha Wolf. So right now, La Rebellion and Northern Thunder are the only 2 teams intact for now, until something happens. Alex Shelley, experienced veteran, a seasoned veteran. He will have to get checked out by the infirmary, as he has drone blood. Almost a count of 3. London has to get his shit in gear. You want to survive this Fatal 4-Way elimination match? It takes grit. Oh my. There goes London. La Rebellion is the only team now intact. Will they stay that way to the very end? But again, this is not a false count anywhere match. There are no disqualifications nor countouts. You must pin or force your opponent into submission in the squared circle. And what a heck of a ring we've got, folks. And the canvas, you will never see a canvas like this anywhere. Sister Abigail from Alex Shelley. Storm Rider going for the cover on Bestia. Is that it for Mecha? No. Still in this. And Mecha rolls out of the ring. Storm Rider really wants to get this. New mats, which will eventually be covered by blood, sweat, and possibly even tears, depending. How about this to kick things off, folks? Fatal 4 elimination match. And again, this will advance on to the next round of the tag team contingency, which means that at our next program, which will be Super Card 4 on September the 8th, the next round will the winning teams Holy Schniker, Storm Raider he's fighting a good fight. And you can tell we're knee deep in this matchup. And already, oh my goodness! Tombstone ball driver on Storm Raider with the ropes. Your best friend or your worst enemy right then and there. Yeah, so that will be happening on September 8th. The next round will appear, and the winners will eventually meet. Oh, there goes Storm Raider. Northern Thunder do not advance to the next round, but Alex Shelley technically can. However, it's going to be pretty much a handicap match from here on in. The ultimate team that wins this whole debacle is going to compete against the Open World Tag Team Champions, possibly at Gold Rush. Date to be decided, but it's going to happen in the month of September. Now La Rebellion are definitely at the advantage. There it is, a spiral Falcon Arrow. No! Alex Shelley kicks out. The bloody, the sweaty Alex Shelley. I don't know how he's gonna survive this. He's gotta get rid of both of these two men. Mecha Wolf and Bestia says. Right in the splintered kendo stick. Oh my goodness. Alex Shelley was in the last Fatal 4-Way Tag Team Elimination at Coastal Clash Night 1. They didn't do as well as I had hoped they would, but I guess they have learned. Oh my goodness. They have learned a lot from that match. And look how far we've gone. But will Alex Shelley survive? And the mood has shifted, ladies and gentlemen. seem to be having some technical difficulties here, ladies and gentlemen. For some odd reason, the screen is black, and yet I can still stream and I can still type messages. I'm not quite certain what's going on, but I am so confused. That is so strange. Well, I had a feeling this was going to end at some point, fans. I mean, it's a 2-on-1 disadvantage for Alex Shelley, but damn, did Shelley put up a terrific battle against this man right there. Bestia says, and the other man, Mecha Wolf. They are now going to advance into the Open World Tag Team Championship contingency. And as I mentioned, that Super Clash 4 on Tuesday, September the 8th will be the next round of that, of climbing up the ranks, if you will. It's not a tournament per se. It kind of sort of is, but bottom line is, La Rebellion are advancing on. So Mecha Wolf and Bestia says have moved up the ranks. Before we go on to our next matchup, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to remind y'all that this program is live from the Prinoisiti Community Center. And that it is sponsored by Snickers, Virtual Concepts, and please don't try this at home or in a schoolyard, or anywhere, unless you enroll in a wrestling school and being trained by professionals who have been competing for like 10-20 years. Just throwing it out there, folks. And also, early in this match, for some reason we had some strange technical difficulties, but it looks like we're back on the air. Thank goodness. I had to do a little refresh on my laptop to see if I was hallucinating or not. Anyways, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, heck of a start for Fatal Encounter. We still have a lot of wrestling action. The boys and the girls of the event staff are putting up together the steel cage, or a scrap cage, for our main event. Again, representing the New World Order, Scott Norton, Braun Strowman, the monster among men, Mads Kruger, and Alex Hammerstone will be in that scrap cage. We've seen it before on this channel, and we're going to be seeing it again. Also, ladies and gentlemen, our one and only quote-unquote championship match of the night is a Money in the Bank match, or Money in the Bank ladder match, including tables and folding steel chairs. Cage Jones and the Starlight Kid, the winner, will earn the opportunity at Championship Gold. Now, I will talk more about that match because there's still a little uncertainty in that match, but I want to explain it. I will explain it when we reach that contest. Until then, folks, let's just shift gears to the next match. We are going to get our EMTs, our first aid responders, checking up on everyone who had participated in that intense Fatal 4-Way Tag Team Elimination match, especially for Alex Shelley, who has lost some blood. And coming up next, we've got Scarlett versus, making her NGPW debut, Cassandra, the punk rock princess, if you will, who has graduated from the New Class Wrestling Academy. She had competed just 2 nights ago in her very first Elimination Chamber match. She has fought through all 5 other competitors, and now she's the #1 contender for the Ladies Wrestling Federation Championship, which will be happening at Homecoming. No, not even Homecoming. That'll be happening in October at Monsters Brawl. Date to be determined.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, representing the Final Testament from Sin City, Scarlett!
Both Scarlett and Karrion Kross were released from WWE a year ago. And now that they're on the independent scene, they are free agents. You might see them on Major League Wrestling. You might see them on any other program, maybe even House of Glory. But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Scarlett, in a sense, both Cassandra and Scarlett are making their NGPW debut. And look at Cassandra zipping through, sliding through the ring, full of piss and vinegar, as she should. The #1 contender for the Ladies World Championship. Allison Chain, new champion since night 2 of Coastal Clash. The clock is up right now. 15-minute time limit bout. Allison, new champion, defeating Maddie Ziegler. What an incredible match that was. The women's Wet and Wild contest. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 48 hours ago, Cassandra survives the Chamber of Death, aka the Elimination Chamber. And in October, as far as I am concerned, and talk to Julia Sanders if you want a full report, Cassandra will be competing against the LWF World Champion in the month of October at Monsters Brawl. Looks like all of Cassandra's in-ring experience in the academy is pulling off right now, because look at the form and the technique. Cassandra going to work on Scarlett. We have a lot of wonderful women here in NGP, and we're allowing Cassandra and Scarlett to duke it out. 15-minute time limit bout, ladies and gentlemen. 9 matches on the card, by the way, look. Referee, get involved. In the corner. Our referee will have to wait. Oh, nice! Look! Oh, come on! I was gonna say nice break, but Scarlett kicked Cassandra in the midsection, and once more. Reverse whip. Oh, nice drop kick. Sounds like someone I know who does that. The punk rock princess, as she likes to be known, Cassandra, her very first match in our organization, has 0 wins, 0 losses. Will she pull up a victory over an experienced Scarlett? That has yet to be seen, folks, so far. I'm seeing some great wrestling from these two. Almost a count of 3, and we're hearing the Too Sweet chants. And Hurricanrana from Scarlett. And Cassandra had to take a step back, if you will. This is a fast-paced matchup as expected. I mean, you saw how Cassandra just stormed to the ring full of piss and vinegar. An exchange of blows. Off the ropes goes Scarlett. A backwards Meteora. Usually it's on the front, but that was on the back. Here's a setup. Canadian Destroyer. Folding. Cassandra in 2. Almost a count of 3. And you can see that Scarlett is frustrated. Reverse off the rope. A single leg drop kick. Cassandra is still in the game. You know what? Back in the day, a Canadian Destroyer was a finisher. Nobody escaped it, you know? And now it's like a regular, ordinary move. Corey Sinclair. That little reversal, like a power slam into like a diving DDT. Reminds me of my buddy Corey Sinclair. Now we're on the outside floor here. The referee's going to do her job. Diving clothesline on target. We have 9 minutes remaining on the clock. 2.5 stars. Was it going to be a 4 count? Nice spear. That was beautiful. Referee zips 2 and no. Almost a count of 3. Holy moly, what action we're seeing here this afternoon. The sun blazing through the window. With this capacity crowd, the energy, the vibe is amazing. I love these people. These guys are amazing athletes. And this crowd is hungry for wrestling action. Big frog splash with hang time. Will this be enough to... No! Oh, the frustration on Cassandra. You can see it. You can feel it. Both of these two athletes had shown frustration. Who can top who? in match number 2 in NGPW. And Cassandra playing smart. Gonna say stay in the ring. The action must remain inside the squared circle. Just dissecting the limbs of Scarlett here. And almost gets a 3. Cassandra has to pull out her signature maneuver followed by the finisher. And that's going to be it. But it's all about finding that opportunity. Referee out of position. And that crossbody barely kicks out. Barely escaping that pin. And there was no effort too. It wasn't like Cassandra hooked the leg or anything like that. What's going on? What is this? Ivy Nile. What in blue blazers is happening here? How did Ivy get to the ringside so quickly? Will go 2. No, almost gets a 3. That would have been an upset and a half. Looks like Scarlett is taking full advantage. Where did Ivy Nile go? Where the heck did she go? Scarlett, watch out. Oh, wait a minute. Nice combination. Will it be enough? Where's the referee? Where's the referee? Come on. 2. And that is it. On her first match.
Here is your winner,
Pulling off a victory. She is happy. I could see that smile on her face. Cassandra has pulled a victory. Great combination. Ending with that lariat in spite the fact of outside interference. And I just realized there was an exposed turnbuckle pad that was removed courtesy of Scarlett. And our senior official had to put that back on. Of course, she has to. We still have more wrestling matches to come. But great effort from Cassandra, the #1 contender for the LWF World Championship. All right, fans, gonna quickly take a gander at the highlight reel because this was quite the explosive match for a 15-minute time limit bout là. C'était quelque chose de spécial là. Check ça. Big diving elbow drop from Cassandra. Does not get it though. A nice forearm. She hooked the leg. Well done. And now Scarlett. Beautiful assister with the top rope. Gets her with that little suplex. And this, not quite sure what you want to call it. It's like a pump handle suplex. Fans, if you know what the move is, post your comments in the comment section. And watch this. Canadian Destroyer. Bam! And it's almost as if Cassandra had an inner outer body experience. Watch this one more time, folks. Oh. Beautiful spear. I thought that was it right there. That spear. That's a finish. Oh, watch this. Watch this hang time. Beautiful frog splash. Clean. Beautiful. And that was the frustration right there from Cassandra. Nice super kick. That was well telegraphed. And unfortunately, we don't have the end result. But that was something else, ladies and gentlemen. That was match number 2. Our first singles match of the afternoon. And coming up next, more singles wrestling action. Kyle O'Reilly versus Johnny TV. And just a fun fact, Johnny TV is also known as Johnny Mystery, and he is the mystery champion. Let's see how well Johnny TV will do with Kyle O'Reilly, an incredible in-ring technician. All this is happening live at NGPW Fatal Encounter. Capacity crowd on hand here. And ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are brand new to the channel, welcome to Loud and Clear Pictures. Again, folks, my name is Johnny Baba Ganoush.
Weighing in at 207 pounds.
And if you like the content, please click like and subscribe. Share this link to your friends, family, and anyone who's got an E-Fed out there in Canada, in the US, in the UK, Japan, China, etc., etc. We want to hear from you fine folks as well. Post your comments, just like Retro Canucks Media is, and just like Byron O'Dallez, 1776. And thanks for sticking with us. We had a strange malfunction of sorts. Nobody was able to watch the content, even though we're still live. But now we're back on, and I don't know if that was the internet connection or if it was the PlayStation 4. I don't even know anymore.
And his opponent from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 217 pounds, Johnny TV.
Already 5 minutes into this action, ladies and gentlemen. Johnny TV, who you may know as John Morrison from the WWE. Kyle O'Reilly also, ladies and gentlemen, wrestled for NXT. Tag team champions with Bobby Fish, once upon a time. Part of the Undisputed Era. Great wrestling faction, by the way. I love watching that. Those were good days in the NXT. Oh! On the outside floor once more, ladies and gentlemen. Two technically sound athletes. I'm telling you, John Morrison, or Johnny TV, you know, he's someone you don't want to mess with. I've been in the ring with Johnny TV. Great coach. Been to a seminar. Fantastic man. This guy is going... This guy is gonna get people really far in the wrestling business. Oh my! Oh, that was unexpected. That was really unexpected. The body scissors were locked on, but the ankles, it just didn't seem like he had all of it, and somehow I guess that choke did it all. Johnny TV had to. Oh, nasty cut there on the eye of Kyle O'Reilly. Oof. That looks rough. As I mentioned, folks, unexpected turn of events. However, we got a very good rating from this, so I can't complain. But I would like to see a replay if possible. Let's take a gander right before our very next matchup, ladies and gentlemen, here on NGP Fatal Encounter. Nice shotgun dropkick from the top rope, the tippy top. And those pinning predicaments were amazing too. One from a schoolboy. Oh, I was gonna say there it is. That was the continuation. Watch this great power, and then ending off with a backslide. That was fun to watch, folks. That was actually pretty damn good. Springboard forearm, nothing special. We've already seen that. And there it is. There's the body scissors. 7 replay reels. Most of the time it's 10. In this case, look at that. Johnny TV forfeits. I'm actually quite stunned. I was not expecting a quick submission. But as I mentioned, Kyle O'Reilly is a technically sound individual. He will not take you lightly. But coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, here on NGP Fatal Encounter 2026, triple threat, 1 fall to a finish, Octagon Jr., Mystico, and Mr. Iguana. 3 men will walk in, but 1 man will have his shoulders pinned to the mat, or we could see another submission on our hands here, folks. It's coming to you live, and it is next.
The following is a triple threat match. Making his way to the ring from Gomez Palacio, Durango, Mexico, weighing in at 206 pounds, Miss T. And his opponents, first, from Gomez Palacio, Durango, Mexico, weighing in at 185 pounds, Hulk Tank Gold Jr. And from Juarez, Chihuahua, Mexico, weighing in at 150 pounds.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, three-way, one fall to a finish. Thank you very much, folks, for tuning in. Little hot stepper. We have reached the first hour of our stream, and we are now on match number 4. Here in Next Generation Pro, Mr. Iguana and Starlight Kid were the Open World Tag Team Champions. Did a fantastic job. They're the ones that defeated the Cock Band. That's C-O-Q, so it's cuck. I believe it's a French word, so don't think of it as the other thing. It's not supposed to be suggestive or phallic. Tumbling on the outside, Mystico, and there's Octagon Jr. perched up on top. Crossbody, Mystico catches him for a body slam. Be careful of the baseball bat. You can swing it, but why would you want to chuck it? It's awfully dangerous. All right, ladies and gentlemen, fantastic performance from these three luchadors. In an instant classic, 4.5 out of 5. Let's check out the highlight reel, ladies and gentlemen, where all the action went down. And of course, fans, I should have mentioned that this is to advance on to the next round in the Cruiserweight Championship contingency. Activity went down in this one. Poison Rana on Mystico. Excellently done. Good grief. Well, that's actually pretty nice. Octagon Jr. had a pretty good round on Mystico. Look at that cool roundhouse kick. Spanish fly. Beautiful. Oh, nice super kick. But did not get the job done. Octagon Jr. was also outside the ring. That could have been it for that could have been it. Mystico came so close to winning this thing. Oh, nice. A lot of action going on in this matchup, folks. This is a very, very it's a hard to follow kind of match, but there's so much entertainment that goes into these matches. Look at this, Mr. Iguana with a spinning tiara. Just fun to watch, and unfortunately, didn't get a chance to see what that was. I don't know why we only see the last pin. It should actually be the last move followed by the pin. Finish and then the pin, all in one highlight reel. But now, ladies and gentlemen, shifting gears to a six-man or a trios tag team wrestling match. One fall to a finish. We've got the cleaner, Mr. Iron Man himself, Kenny Omega, teaming up with Jumpin' Jay Stevens and El Virtuoso versus the Open World Tag Team Champions Speedball Mike Bailey and Maddie Ziegler, along with the inaugural Iron Man champion Jay White. And again, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are tuning in on all the action, please click like and subscribe to the channel. Post your comments into the comments section. We want to hear from y'all. And share this link to your friends, family, and anyone who's got an E-Fed out there in the world. Share, share, share. Let's go down to ringside for the action. Capacity crowd watching on, folks. Trios tag team action. This is going to be fun. Kenny Omega
from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, weighing in at 224 pounds, Kenny Omega.
Kenny Omega, ladies and gentlemen, is the AEW World Champion. You're going to see him next Sunday, August the 30th, in London, England, when All Elite brings you All in London.
And Jay Stevens. And Maggie Skinner. And Speedy Mike Bailey.
We're on the home stretch, ladies and gentlemen, here on NGPW Fatal Encounter 2026, ladies and gentlemen, our second. And here's the man who has defeated Kenny Omega, night one of Coastal Clash. Still can't believe he was the one that did it, too.
Champion Jay White.
All right, folks, 60-minute time limit. Doesn't mean we're gonna go to 60 minutes. And we're gonna start with Kenny Omega and Maddie Ziegler. Check out the size difference already. Wait, he wants to. Alright, so far, ladies and gentlemen, exactly what I had expected. 3-on-3, possibly some of the best athletes in this ring. Think about this. Not only are we seeing Kenny Omega and Switchblade Jay White in here, but Mike Bailey, folks. International sensational star. Has wrestled for TNA, Ring of Honor, All Elite Wrestling, and now here in NGP, being Open World Tag Team Champion with Maddie Ziegler, and now Jumpin' Jay Stevens. Tilt to a backbreaker, nicely done. Maddie Ziegler now, powerbomb. Oh, sit out powerbomb. Excellently done, and that could have been a pin, and yet Maddie did not do such thing. Jumpin' Jay ain't jumping right now. Here comes Switchblade. Who is going to cream this man? Who is going to take over as Iron Man champion? I've got to know. Karrion Kross had dealt with him 30 minutes the last time we saw Jay White in the ring. Now Karrion Kross put up a terrific battle, unfortunately came up short. And now look at this, Jay White and Kenny Omega. I hope that we get to see a rematch between these two, but so far, Jay White has always been the winner. He's always found a way to get his comeuppance. Now that table is being used. Oh my goodness. Waistlock, German suplex, excellently executed on that table. This is awesome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the next generation at work. And now El Virtuoso gets tagged in. What is on deck? What is going to happen? What is expected? Tis the mystery. Tis the question. Here is now Speedball Mike Bailey. Off the rope, big splash. Beautifully done. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be, again, I apologize for the radio silence. Making supper right now. It is almost 7 o'clock Eastern Time. And from this incredible Trios Tag Team match, we are Shawshanking our way to the 5-star viewer rating. And quite frankly, folks, this match has had it all. Great wrestling ability. Look at this. Amazing, beautiful, technical, high-flying abilities from Maddie Ziegler. She has come a long way. 630 splash, that cannonball. And Jumpin' Jay jumps in on the action to save the day. This match continues, ladies and gentlemen. We will have a victor. 60-minute time limit bout. We're at the 41-minute remainder. I highly doubt this match will end on a draw. I really think it's gonna end. I'm gonna predict it's gonna end. It'll conclude once we've reached close to the 30-minute time limit, because we've had in the past trios matches 4-on-4 where it would be a 30-minute time limit draw. And that's why the powers that be have decided to... Nice spinning tiara. That was a spinning tiara. What Mr. Iguana did, what we were showing in the highlight reel, that was just a head scissors takedown with style and finesse. That was a spinning tiara. A mannequin arm, ladies and gentlemen. Oh! Back suplex. I think it made some connection to that mannequin arm. Oh! The steel steps. Now we've got that 5-star. Now it's a 5-star banger. Now we got what we came for. Alright, from now, according to the staff crew in the back, the scrap cage is now officially made. Which means that it's going to be an amazing show, ladies and gentlemen, still to come. You damn right, this is awesome, ladies and gentlemen. This is next generation pro at its best. Almost a count of 3. El Virtuoso is in complete shock. Anybody in their right mind would. We're seeing some impressive wrestling. Oh, there's the switchblade. Or the whatchamacallit, the Sister Abigail. Same thing pretty much. About 36 minutes remaining in this matchup here. We already have the 5-star. Jay White now. Beautiful power bomb. I don't know why I didn't go for the pin, but okay. Do what you do. Mike Bailey and Jumpin' Jay Simmons. That would be a great match to see. Imagine if they even paired up. We've got weapons all over the place. Folding chairs. Now we've got doors. Or not doors, but tables. Is this necessary? Look at this. Michinoku driver on the back end of that table. There goes the pin. There goes the potential win. And there's that folding chair that we have seen moments ago, and just go to work with it. At this juncture, this deep in the match, we're almost at the 30-minute mark. Almost a count of 3. Kenny and Virtuoso could have broken up that pin, but for some reason they just stood there watching rather than doing something about it. Look at this. Oh! Come in and save your partner. There's Kenny. There's the save. And this match shall continue. Good grief. Well, I said this match will probably end closer to the 30-minute mark, but we're getting there, folks. We're almost at 32. Oh, nice teamwork. Look at this. That was great teamwork from Kenny and Jumpin' Jay. And that table, doesn't matter if it's being set up or not. I mean, can you imagine getting slammed on the legs? That's the worst. Then that's the worst part of the table. It's the legs. That hurts. And there's that mannequin arm. Oh my goodness, and Jay White doesn't care about that shit. Oh! Fireman's carry slam onto the legs of that table, and then adds more pressure to the lower back, delivering amazing knife-edge chops, beautiful clothesline. This action is zigging and zagging, ladies and gentlemen. To the enemy camp, Jay White. He was very confident about that clothesline, and it shows. You saw it. We are now past the halfway mark. 29 minutes remaining. Thank goodness we made that move to a 60-minute time limit, but this is getting out of control. Look at this. Right by our announce table. And Jay White is spent, but he's still going. He's still at it. And he will not stop until this team dies. Hopefully nobody does die in this match. Or any match for that matter. We don't want any deaths. Hayden Pattagnaire passed away at 36. God rest her soul. 36 years old. She's too young, look. Give me a break. I understand if someone dies at 92, you know, but at 36, look, give me a break, look. And now we are now past the 2-hour marker. Match number 5, ladies and gentlemen, here at Fatal Encounter. Jeez. That's intense. With intensity, will this be enough? Oh my goodness. Kenny, by God, Omega kicks out of that impactful, explosive kick from an exhausting speedball Mike Bailey. Oh my Lord. Spinning Gamangiri, followed by shooting star knee drop to the back, slipping and sliding. Will this be enough? And that is that Jack.
Here are your winners.
Looks like Jumpin' Jay Stevens and El Virtuoso did not want to help out their fellow comrade Mike Bailey, and that only means one thing and one thing only. Kenny Omega's going to have a long road ahead if he wants to get back on track in the Iron Man Championship, if he wants to get that belt back or get that belt in the first place. Meanwhile, the tag team champions, Speedball Mike Bailey and Maddie Ziegler, the Open World Tag Team Champions. So far, La Rebellion, Mecha Wolf, and Bestia 666 are ahead of they are ahead in line for those tag team titles. And as I mentioned before, September the 8th will be Super Clash 4. That is the official date so far. Tuesday, September the 4th is our next date for the action. Also, ladies and gentlemen, still to come, our fatal 4-way scrap match, if you will. It's a steel cage, but there's going to be a whole bunch of dangerous items on the edge of the cage. Scott Norton, Alex Hammerstone, Cruel, or Mads Kruger, and Braun Strowman. That is our main event. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, we've got to take a commercial break, intermission. I got food to eat, love. So we're going to be back in 15 minutes, 1-5. I'll even have it timed. That way we'll be ready for the next match. Thank you for your patience, folks, and thank you for tuning in for NGPW, Next Generation Pro Wrestling. Our second half will begin in 15 minutes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, about 4 more minutes before we're back on the air for the second half of our live stream. Thank you for your patience, folks. And again, ladies and gentlemen, September the 8th is our next NGPW program. Our 4th Super Clash event. Technically, it's the 5th, because 3.5 counts as 4, but because of that weirdness that happened in early July, we had the 3.5, which is, by the way, available for your viewing pleasure right here on the Loud and Clear Pictures YouTube channel. In 2 weeks from today, Tuesday, September the 1st, it's back to school for the New Class Wrestling Academy, and already our main event is going to be one for the ages. 2 brothers. I'm talking about the Northern Thunder, C4 Tag Team Champions, but in this case here, London Lightning is the current and reigning No Mercy champion. He survived the Chamber of Death 48 hours ago, ladies and gentlemen, at the Unleashed event. That is also available for your viewing pleasure. Please check it out. An amazing turnout. And thank you very much for those of you who had watched the live stream. It is available if you've missed it, so don't fret. About 90 seconds remaining, ladies and gentlemen, before we go on to our part 2 or second half of the show. The sun is almost down, ladies and gentlemen. It is almost down for the evening. And Homecoming, by the way, is the event in September. Tentative date right now, it is Sunday, September the 13th. But that could all change due to scheduling. I understand that in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, there is a mystery wrestling show. And I might be going there, or possibly half the people who are on this, who are on NGP or even FPW, will be participating in that event. We're going to set things up, ladies and gentlemen, for our next matchup. Tag team wrestling action. There we are. The Good Brothers, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson versus Matt and Jeff Hardy. We are not going to waste any time at all, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be going. Once we can hit the accept button, we're back on track, ladies and gentlemen. Talk about dream matches. I know for sure these two teams have squared off multiple times. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to part 2 of Fatal Encounter.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring at a combined weight of 505 pounds. The team of Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows.
free agents, ladies and gentlemen, no longer in the WWE, for they wrestle House of Glory, MLW, MLP, Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling, folks, one of the newest promotions. Stu Grayson, the Canadian champion. And he has the Holy Grail Championship belt too, if memory serves me correctly. He's a double champion. Now that the Good Brothers have made their way in the ring, this crowd is, I'm telling you, I feel like there's even more people than there was before. I could be wrong. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, you guys, the folks watching this live, are getting a hell of a treat.
40 pounds, Jeff Harvey and Matt Harvey.
Hopefully you fine folks at home, wherever you are, have enjoyed your day. It's a beautiful, hot, sunny day. The summer is still kicking, but the sun is going down much quicker now than it was back, like comparing May or June. But please, folks, stay hydrated if you can, however you can. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like we're going to have Carl Anderson and Matt Hardy to start things off. As I know right now, from the first match, the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team, everybody's okay. No injuries of any kind. However, Alex Shelley did lose a lot of blood throughout that match. Kyle O'Reilly as well in his match with Johnny TV. But everybody is okay. Everybody is, these guys are the best, man. They are the best professional athletes, bar none. Way different than our football players, you know, hockey players, what have you. Pro wrestlers are a different breed of athlete. One minute into our matchup already. Look at the size of Luke Gallows. Is it a cover? Not even a one count. I just realized we have hit 100 comments into the comment section. Fans, for those of you watching this at home, wherever you are, please, please, please share this link. And please, please, please post your comment. I assume for those who are watching, have an e-fed. If not, tell us what you think. Are you enjoying the wrestling action? Inside rolling cradle. Get in there. Oh, not even close to a one. It is still early in this matchup here. Look at this submission hold. We have reached a rope break. Damn straight. Beautiful clothesline. Luke Gallows, Doc Gallows. Still haven't forgotten those aces and eights days back in 2012, 2013 in TNA. Of course, a former member of the Bullet Club. Matter of fact, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows left New Japan around the same time that AJ Styles did. They came to the WWE in 2016, all three of them together to form the club. And we know what club they were talking about. 2 stars so far. Already 5 minutes or 4.5 minutes have gone by. Get back in the ring, Jeff. There you go. If memory serves me correctly, it's a 10 count. But if not, 20 count. And that's still, we don't want to see that. We don't want to see a count out tonight. Too sweet chance. Oh, almost a 3 count. Holy cow, guys. Get your shit in gear. This is a tag team match. You can break up pinfalls or submissions. Running powerbomb, a Liger bomb, if you will, from Carl Anderson. And to think, this is Team Extreme, the Hardy Boys, one of the most decorative tag teams in the history of our sport. Not to mention that faithful day, Canada Day 2002, when Jeff Hardy and The Undertaker, that ladder match for the undisputed WWE title. I remember that. I was sitting at home in the basement, which was like a living room. I had a very late snack. I'm watching Jeff climb up that ladder. He almost got the belt too. I was freaking out, man. Oh, nice cross arm breaker, but the rope break. And Luke is a big boy, so he can reach for the ropes. Oh, nice little swift there. Oh, nice. Eye of the Hurricane. Picked out of the book of Hurricane Helms, a.k.a. Gregory Helms, a.k.a. Sugar Shane Helms. Springboard, vaulting splash onto the outside floor, but Carl takes down Jeff. Where the heck is Matt? Opposite side of the ring, he should be helping out his little brother Jeff. Oh, nice little takedown. Get back in, guys. Get back in. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Well, a victory is a victory. The Hardy Boys win this match via countout. It is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think this is over. Not by a long shot, folks. The Hardys and the Good Brothers, post your comments if you wish to see a rematch down the line. Crowd is not liking this at all. I don't blame the audience. And folks, on behalf of management, on behalf of the administration here of NGPW, I apologize. The end result, folks, was not at all what I had expected. It is indeed a count of 10. Should we have to change the rules to a 20 count? Well, we may just have to do that, folks. As a result, we're going to go on to our next matchup. I do believe it is now time for the tables, ladders, and chairs match. And it's going to be for the women's Money in the Bank ladder match briefcase. But it's not, it doesn't tie in with the actual WWE. It's the NGPW version of that briefcase. Different briefcase altogether. Just see it for yourself, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're about that time now. Yes. We are shifting now to contest here. Cage Jones and the Starlight Kid. Now, Cage Jones, here it is. Cage Jones is the current reigning women's world champion. If Cage Jones wins this match, if she retains the briefcase, it's pretty much up to the ladies department or the women's wrestling division to step up a bit. And the Starlight Kid is next on deck. Should she take hold of that briefcase, we may just see Jones and the Starlight Kid compete for the championship belt. Will it be at Super Clash 4 or will it be at Gold Rush? Tune in and find out.
The following contest is a tables, ladders, and chairs match, and is for the Money in the Bank contract. Making her way to the ring from London, England, Amber C. Jones.
There she is, folks. Cage Jones doesn't have that briefcase because it is suspended. There it is. It is suspended up above, and here comes the Starlight Kid. And the Starlight Kid is the luckiest contender or competitor to challenge to take on this endeavor here. Could she be the next one on deck? Cage, all she's got to do, in fact, both of them, all they have to do is climb up that ladder and retrieve that briefcase. No pinfalls, no submissions. Seems like a pretty easy feat, eh? Wrong. There are obstacles afoot. Not only are there ladders in this match, there are folding chairs and tables all around the perimeter. And as we start this off, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you once again for tuning in on Loud and Clear Pictures YouTube channel. If you haven't done so already, please click like and subscribe. Post your comments in the comment section. We want to hear from you. We want to know what you guys like best, like least, what could be improved. The audience should be the ones to dictate how wrestling should be, because without you fine folks, there is no pro wrestling. Looks like Starlight Kid is gonna take that chance. Oh, double axe handle blow from Jones. Starlight Kid was gonna attempt to end this match quick, fast, and in a hurry. There could very well be a championship match in just a few short weeks. The administration will determine whether it'll happen at Super Clash 4. It might actually be at the Gold Rush event, September 22nd. Tuesday, September 22nd will be the Gold Rush event date. So mark that down on your planners, your calendars, what have you. Oh, wait a minute, Starlight, look at that! She sprints up to reach for the briefcase. It's dangling just one step closer. But Cage is getting back up. Nonchalantly walking towards it. Power bomb. My God. Starlight was so damn close. And there she goes. Cage's attempt. Oh. High risk, ladies and gentlemen. As expected, ladies and gentlemen, in this tables, ladders, and chairs match, we have not seen a TLC match on this program. I think we haven't seen one since Gold Rush of last year in November. Oh, nice DDT. On the money, sprinting once again, is the Starlight Kid. Oh. Series of jabs. Look at this. Russian leg sweep. Cage Jones. She is the NGPW Women's World Champion already, so technically all she has to do is retain that briefcase. Beautiful springboard European uppercut. That was glorious. I want to see more of that. Big power slam. And this match will continue on, folks, until we have reached a verdict. Will it be Cage Jones, the already champion of the women's wrestling world? Or will Starlight Kid be the next worthy adversary for the championship? May I remind you fine folks that Cage Jones is the second ever wait a minute. Folks, I might be completely mistaken. I think it's Aurora Axnes who's the champion. So that means that these two are fighting for the position. Yes, okay, that makes perfect sense now. Aurora Axnes. If I'm mispronouncing it or butchering the name, I apologize. I think she was the one that actually defeated Cage Jones. Beautiful shotgun drop kick from the top rope on the outside floor. Levitating almost, eh? That's some funky ass shit right there. And now Cage. Fingertips away. Is she gonna do it? Will she? No. So both Cage and Starlight are fighting for the position of the championship. I thought Cage was the champion. So no. Does she have it? No, she does not. Oh, wait a minute. Now this is oh wait. They're so fast. These two are so fast, but they're also very hungry. Very poised. Don't forget, Starlight Kid was open world tag team champion with Mr. Iguana. Fantastic tag team duo, and that was why they were the tag team champions. Now, Starlight is going for a singles championship, and I would assume the same thing for Iguana. For who had won that triple threat tonight, he's getting closer to reaching the Cruiserweight Championship belt. Starlight, all she has to do is climb a ladder. No pinfalls, no submissions, just a simple climbing the ladder and pull that pink briefcase, and away we go for Gold Rush. If that is the case, right now Jones dangling that briefcase. Starlight looks like she's finished. And that is it. Cage Jones is victorious.
Here is your winner, and Miss Money in the Bank, Amber C. Jones.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, with a spot of blood by her eye and cheekbone. Cage is ready for that rematch, and it looks as though it will most likely happen at Gold Rush as opposed to Super Clash 4. Fans, before we go on to our next matchup, I just want to apologize for the confusion. I thought that Cage Jones was still the Women's World Champion, but she is not. She is competing for a second chance at the championship belt, which Aurora Axnes has. And if I am saying her name incorrectly, I apologize. I really apologize for the mispronunciation, or if I'm just butchering the name to death. All right, now the sun has gone down. It is still daylight, but the sun is going down, folks. And we are up for our semi-main event attraction for the evening. We started this in the afternoon, now we're already in the evening. It's incredible. But this is a best 2 out of 3 falls submission match between Ultimo Dragon and Commander. Ultimo Dragon has reclaimed the Cruiserweight Championship belt. Commander was once champion. He wants that belt back. If Commander wins tonight, there will be a rematch on September 22nd when NGPW, Snickers, Minute Maid, Visual Concepts presents Gold Rush. All championship belts will be defended. It's going to be amazing, ladies and gentlemen. I'm looking forward to that. Here comes the legend. And that championship belt looks very, very glorious on him.
It's a 2 out of 3 falls Nakata, Japan, weighing in at 185 pounds, the World Cruiserweight Wrestling Champion, Ultimo the Dragon.
Ultimo Dragon is a living legend. And I'm amazed he is still wrestling. He's a champion. He was one of the belt collectors. He's had many championship belts, like Kenny Omega or Mercedes Moné. Ultimo Dragon. You can say he was the OG, if you will.
62 pounds.
You can see Commander on All Elite Wrestling or Ring of Honor. This young man is going places. Best 2 out of 3 falls submission match. No pinfalls. You have to put your opponent into submission, and one of these two will tap out, not once, but twice. The bell sounds, and here we go, our penultimate contest, or semi-main event. It's going to be fast, most likely furious. They've been competing back and forth with that championship belt. Commander Hanzoman are worthy adversaries of that championship trophy. That's why night 1 of Coastal Clash, we had an amazing triple threat match for that championship belt. The controversy went through the roof. We had some strange crashes. Not internet crashes. I'm talking about, like, either it's the game or it's the PlayStation 4 console itself that was causing these ridiculous crashes, ruining a perfectly good wrestling show. Honest to God, man. But knock on wood, we haven't seen a single glitch, a single mishap. Oh, and this just in, ladies and gentlemen, at Super Clash 4, September the 8th, we will have a rematch between the Good Brothers and the Hardys. And we're going to be setting up the rule now where every match, if we have a referee counting, every match will have a 20 count, which means no more 10 counts. We're extending it to 20. Just like we're going to be extending multi-man matches from 30 minutes to 60 minutes. That should be plenty of time for these athletes to negotiate. Who's the better man? Who's the better team? Who's the better woman? Fisherman Basta by the legend in Ultimo Dragon. Oh, nice. Beautiful arm drag. Technical wrestling at its best. We said that Kyle O'Reilly and Johnny TV were great in-ring technicians. Ultimo Dragon, he is one of the OGs in this biz. Oh! Do I smell a 619? Oh, a shotgun, a basement-like drop kick. Who dares do the 619? Only Rey Mysterio should be the one to do that. Twisting senton backsplash. Flying with ease. Look at that. Commander makes it effortless. He makes it look like Anybody can do it. Again, folks, this is best 2 out of 3 falls. Beautiful drop kick, beautiful form. What is Commander going to do with that table? He's setting it up. Is the Dragon going to go through it? Oh, nice reversal. Powerbomb reverse into a sunset flip. Looks like Commander might be going for the ride. Hurricanrana, wait a minute. Nobody wants to go through that table. This is amazing. Oh, there it is. The Asai DDT. But there's no pinfall. No submission. And here's the first submission hold of this match. And Commander breaks it up. No offense, but I had hoped that Johnny TV would have escaped the clutches of Kyle O'Reilly earlier in our program. Oh, look at this. Look at this, if you will. Reach the ropes, Ultimo. The ropes are right there. Wait, the Dragon. Okay. Dragon had managed to escape. Oh no. Oh no. Wow. And the crowd goes bananas. This is definitely awesome, baby. Minute time limit in this contest, folks, because you never know what's gonna happen. We have reached 4 stars already in less than 10 minutes. I am amazed. Springboard Hurricanrana, and the Dragon just kips right up. Oh, alley-oop. Oh, missed. Ultimo Dragon missed a tornado DDT opportunity. Oh, look at this. That leg scissors into a single leg Boston Crab. But Commander says no way, Jose. I'm gonna have to invest in wireless Bluetooth headphones that I can link to my PlayStation Quattro, because I'm at the mercy of having this headset plugged into my damn controller. Almost at 5 stars, ladies and gentlemen. There's the Asai DDT once again. Camel clutch. I see no emotion in Comandere's face. Oh, nice. Perhaps Comandere is just focusing, concentrating on avoiding the pain. That camel clutch hurts like the dickens. I have been on the receiving end of those. I hate those. Missed a splash. Ultimo Dragon now. Big slap! Or a overhand chop. The Dragon. Beautiful moonsault. There was no water in the pool. Cutthroat, this could be the end. Dragon whip or dragon screw. And I believe we've got the 5 stars. There it is. And 49 minutes remaining. Good call from our referee. No falls have been awarded yet. Nobody wants to lose. Nobody wants to forfeit. Period. But in this case scenario, these two men will have to do this twice. But remember, if you lose the first fall, that opponent has a tough mountain to climb. And now you've got Preston Hardware introduced in the match. Basement dropkick connects to the head of Comandere, courtesy of one of the best belt collectors in the vast world of pro wrestling. Beautiful arm drag onto Preston. That was fast. Holy schnikers. Come on, rep, get in there. Go in front of them. How did the referee know that Dragon tapped out? He was right behind them the whole time. That's hard to see, wouldn't it? I mean, from this angle I can see everything, but the referee was behind them, whereas he should be in front. Nevertheless, our timekeeper saw it, rang the bell the moment Ultimo Dragon tapped out. So now the Dragon has a tough road ahead. Comandere, all he has to do is lock in one more submission hold, and that's it, that's all. Comandere will be the next contender for the Cruiserweight Championship. It's one fall apiece. This is cutthroat, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. But Commander fights back. One fall apiece. This is tight, ladies and gentlemen. Because now the Ultimo Dragon has a good chance at succeeding in this match, which means if the Dragon wins, there is no challenger for the belt. Perhaps at Super Clash 4. Oh, beautiful Shooting Star Press. The Dragon. Egad almighty. It is not it. That is not going to be the decisive factor. Oh, the baseball bat. The screen ran red. Now we have drawn blood. This is getting personal between these two. Think about this, ladies and gentlemen. For over a year now, these two have been clashing for that Cruiserweight Championship belt. Something's got to give, Law. And now the Dragon, back in the same move again. Will this be enough? With the blood pouring and everything, I'm surprised. Oh, nicely done. Oh, wait a minute. I think that Ultimo was going to go for that wheelbarrow maneuver, and it's backfired. Reach the ropes. Put your foot on the bottom rope. You're the legend here, Ultimo. I just figured that you would reach the ropes rather than taking that much pain. Oh, for God's sakes. And there's nothing the referee can do. That's the worst part. Dolphin splash. No pinfalls in this matchup here, folks. It's all about putting your opponent into submission. And Commander has got complete control of the legend in Ultimo Dragon. Back on that submission hold. And there it is. That's it, that's all.
Here is your winner, Commander.
Commander now, ladies and gentlemen. That little smirk on his face, the archaic smile. To put it in technical terms, that face is the mug of a man who is going to go for that Cruiserweight Championship belt, another worthy adversary for September 22nd at the Gold Rush event. Fans, we have now surpassed the third hour of our program, and we are just about ready for our main event attraction, the four-way scrap match. Representing the New World Order, Scott Norton. The Monster Among Men, Braun Strowman. Alex Hammerstone and Mads Kruger, or Cruel, are set for battle. But we're getting our lovely staff to set up that the cage for our main event. So before we even go on to our next match, again, folks, September 1st is back to school for the New Class Wrestling Academy. London Lightning will meet Storm Rider for the No Mercy Championship in our main event. September the 8th is Super Clash 4. And already, ladies and gentlemen, another match added for Gold Rush, which is going to be the rematch between Commander and Ultimo Dragon for the Cruiserweight Championship belt. And that's happening on Tuesday, September 22nd. Tentative date for FPW Homecoming is on Sunday, September 13th. I say tentative because there may be a chance the event will not happen due to conflicts of other wrestling promotions happening on that very day. I am talking about Mystery Wrestling. The big boys are out tonight, folks, in this steel cage skirmish. Winner of this matchup will advance on to the next round in the heavyweight wrestling division. Keep in mind, folks, that Peter Griffin, yes, Peter Griffin from Family Guy, he's still the heavyweight wrestling champion. Oh my.
Making his way to the ring from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 360 pounds, Scott Norton.
This crowd is on their feet. Scott Flash Norton. I used to watch this guy when I was a kid. Circa 1996-97. Last time I watched him on television, for WCW that is, would have been 1999. Him and his feud with the Cat, Ernest Miller.
And his opponents first.
We're going way back in the day, ladies and gentlemen.
Weighing in at 261 pounds.
A lot of my friends today weren't even born when that was happening. Alex Hammerstone, ladies and gentlemen, former MLW heavyweight champion. Still on the pursuit for NGPW heavyweight gold. And as mentioned, the winner will move on to the next round at Super Clash for another match. Will be booked, and it's going to be a difference maker, especially, you know, the fact that Peter Griffin is going to eventually defend that title again, and he will be defending it at Gold Rush, September 22nd. Mark it down. We're halfway, ladies and gentlemen. We're halfway through. Good grief. That is terrifying. Fun fact, I've met this man in real life. Look.
From every man's nightmare, weighing in at 300 pounds.
He is a scary sight. I would never would I ever wish to take on this man. And even if I did, could you imagine receiving a choke slam or a power bomb from this man? He nearly stands 7 feet. He has a good chance to escape the cage. But does Cruel have the stamina? Does he have the endurance? Does he have what it takes to escape the scrap cage? And now we're at the home stretch. The monster among men, Braun Strowman.
From Sherrills Ford, North Carolina, weighing in at 385 pounds, Braun Strowman.
He is definitely a monster. My goodness. This is a monster of a main event. As the cage lowers, ladies and gentlemen. I think I may have seen some barbed wire wrapped around the edge. How are these folks gonna escape that cage? Our main event has started. The clock started. And I'm not 100% sure on the rules on this one. There might be pinfalls and submissions into this thing. I would assume that there's a possibility of winning the match via pinfall and submission. But look at Braun crawling over, and our referee right outside the cage. I don't even think there's a door to this contraction. These men are on their own. Alex Hammerstone making an attempt to escape, but not gonna happen. Norton, one of our biggest strongmen in the business, has wrestled for New Japan Pro Wrestling for a long time too, especially during his time in World Championship Wrestling, boxed post WCW when Vince McMahon purchased his competition back in 2001. And now Norton. Oh, wait a minute. Braun Strowman was bashing the leg against that cage wall. Where the big boys play indeed, eh? To coin the phrase of the slogan of World Championship Wrestling. Well, the big boys are playing. Look at that raw power from Alex Hammerstone. Look at this man. Coffin drop. What did he think he is? Darby Allin on steroids? and just toppling down both Cruel and Strowman like they were Rey Mysterio freaking Jr. Wheelbarrow face jam. Extreme close-up too. We got it. Holy moly. There's barbed wire up there, man. I don't know how on earth you're gonna be able to, like, if you're gonna climb over it, you're gonna risk getting your hand damaged. Now Braun Strowman, he thinks he's got what it takes. Oh, wait a minute. No, never mind. He jumps off and smashes the face of Cruel with his fist. Sidewalk slam. Nothing fancy about that. Oh my lord, now that was fancy. An incredible, explosive Uranagi by Norton. And the one big SOB. Look at this. Oh my god. Did you just see that? Face fuchsia tongue out. Retro Canucks Media. Oh, okay, I see it now on my phone. For some reason on here, we don't see the image. Four stars, ladies and gentlemen. 4 stars in this main event. I really hope, folks, you are enjoying this program. We got some amazing wrestling shows coming up, ladies and gentlemen, in the month of September. We've mentioned it, we'll mention it, we'll give you guys the dates one more time before we're off the air. Once we're off the air, this video will remain on YouTube. But if you want to know more information, keeping in touch with Loud and Clear Pictures, this is where posting your comments comes in handy. Now Scott Norton finds a good spot to escape the cage. And it looks as though, wait a second, Hammerstone, and Braun Strowman trying to pull Norton off the cage. These guys are more than heavyweights. Look at Cruel. Wait a second. Cruel had his leg over the cage wall. What are you doing? I think Cruel had this one. I thought Cruel was going to bamboozle these men into thinking he can get away with it. The solid steel structure of the scrap match. 4 brutes, 4 powerhouses. Peter Griffin, you better be watching this. You may meet one of these 4 men. So pay attention. Look at Cruel choking out Braun Strowman. He's completely lifeless. He didn't even try to like remove his hand from being choked. He's just laying there flat on the mat. Oh, Braun is back on his feet. Will we get that 5-star viewer rating? Come on, Cruel. Get back in there. You're brand new to the biz. You're not brand new. You're brand new to NGPW. If he wins this match, so this is his first victory here for NGP. Oh! Did Alex have something in his tights? He knocked out Cruel, man. And Braun Strowman's out too. Look at this. Oh. Hammerstone taking advantage of Cruel. Braun Strowman now making an attempt to escape the cage. Oh, that's a scare. DDT spiking, and the screen ran red. Ten minutes have elapsed. 50 minutes remain. And you are watching NGPW Fatal Encounter live from the Prince Community Center in Gatineau Park, Quebec. Oh, pop-up Samoan drop. But Kruger clutches the throat of Norton. It feels like Norton is out. Adding more punishment. Just manhandling Norton like he was nothing. Kruger and Hammerstone have competed for Major League Wrestling. Beautiful. Look at that German super. There's the 5 stars. We've now got the greatest of all time rating. Norton's got Kruger. Look at that! How on earth can this be done? Honest to God. I emphatically agree with the 3 mind-blowing emojis, Retro. Kruger is practically, he's like nearing 7 feet. He must be about 6'10", 6'11". Getting manhandled like that. That's a tap out, ladies and gentlemen. Kruger just tapped out from Hammerstone's torture rack. So there is no submission, and there are no pinfalls in this match. One man must escape. This is indeed a fatal encounter, ladies and gentlemen. Norton, like a bulldozer, just runs right through Kruger. Now Kruger. Oh, big splash. No water in the pool. Oh, the nasty headbutt by Braun Strowman, man. Holy moly. These guys are the best of the best, man. The cream of the crop. Running power slam on Hammerstone. Kruger once again on that torture rack. No point in tapping out because you can't win that way. Good grief. Braun Strowman is as red as a freaking tomato, man. He is completely red. Minutes, folks. 42 and 45 seconds remaining. It is now dark outside. Not pitch black, but it is dark. Beautiful power slam. Jeez, did you just see that? Hammerstone has got blown away. Kruger is on rubber legs. And now Braun. Just get the F out. Coffin drop again. Now Hammerstone. Trying to make an escape, but Braun too fast. Though exhausted and bloodied. Oh, dragon screw by Norton. There's that power bomb from Norton onto Hammerstone. Jeez. This is incredible, folks. I think the only way to win in this case scenario is if all three are just out cold, are just done for the night, while one escapes silently. And I know we can get that, but Hammerstone is getting back up, and so is Norton. He just falls perfectly flat back. Their bodies must be completely destroyed. This was indeed a fatal encounter, folks. Management had put this up, had booked this weeks ago, days in advance. 40 minutes remain on the clock. And this bloody affair. Look at Braun on Hammerstone. That was it. That would have been it for Stone. I would have, if I was cruel, I would have let the damn thing while all three were already down. Now look at Scott Norton is able to pull him out of there now. Oof. Beautiful knife-edge chop. This late in the game. Burning hammer. Norton making an escape attempt. Come on, he's almost there. Wait. Boot. Boot him off. Norton. Gets the leg over. Get the leg over. Get the leg over. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. That was Norton's chance. Folks, this has been an incredible night of professional wrestling, especially for the next generation pro who are watching. And yes, Retro Canuck or Retro Canucks Media, I am mind blown myself too. Scott Norton definitely had a fighting chance after kicking both Cruel or Hammerstone and Braun Strowman. He had a fighting chance. And these boys are bloodied, bruised, and battered. All this to get to the next round. The next round for the heavyweight championship contingency. Something's got to give, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it is. That's what this is all about. It's all about that prestigious award, the NGP Heavyweight Wrestling Championship belt. Remember this, folks. Peter Griffin put Jeff Cobb in the ambulance at the end of night 1 of Coastal Clash a month ago. Just think about that, ladies and gentlemen. If Peter Griffin can do that, what else can Peter Griffin do? I don't know how the hell these guys are going to feel tomorrow, but I can guarantee you they will never be the same again. Kruger now. Get that leg over. Get that freaking leg over. Just put your leg over the damn thing. What are you doing? Oh, for heaven's sakes, that was Cruel's opportunity. And this match continues. 30 minutes remain. We are literally halfway through our time limit bout. Main event here at NGP Fatal Encounter. Put that leg over the freaking cage wall. Just do it. Oh my goodness, I think Cruel has got this. He's got it. Unfreaking believable.
Here is your winner.
Unfreaking believable. Mads Cruel Kruger in his first match here with us in Next Generation Pro has now advanced on in the heavyweight championship title contingency. That was a battle, folks. That was a war. And thankfully, we did the right thing by having this be a 60-minute time limit. Otherwise, it would have been a draw game, which means all 4 participants would have been disqualified from the remaining competition the administration has pulled. As a result, ladies and gentlemen, now that Mads Kruger has advanced on in the championship contingency at Super Clash 4, September the 8th, we will have our next round appear. I don't know if we're going to have it in a Fatal 4-Way Steel Cage scrap match, but just be informed. Stay tuned with us. You will be hearing information possibly at our next live stream, which will be in 2 weeks from tonight, when the new class Wrestling Academy begins the 2026-27 calendar year. For now, ladies and gentlemen, I shall bid you adieu. Thank you for watching NGPW. This was the 2026 Fatal Encounter event. And you were listening to Johnny Baba Ganoush, the host and the voice for Fantasy Pro Wrestling, the new class Wrestling Academy, and well, you know what this is. So thanks again for watching, folks. Please click like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and share this link to your friends, your family, and anyone that you know who's got an E-Fed out there. And we will see you all next time, September the 1st, for NCWA Back to School.